Okay, so if you watched the last video, you might have a little idea what's about ready to happen, but truck's hooked to the trailer. It's bright and early on a Saturday morning, and let me walk you through what we're about to do. So today we're going to do what I built that truck and what we fixed this trailer to do, and I got more fixing to do on trailer. It's, you know, rolling restoration. You know how that works. That right there is our Jeep, and so we've had this Jeep for quite some time. I actually lifted it years ago, swapped it out. It's got a Ford Explorer rear axle. It's got a high pinion Dana 30 in the front. It's got radio control arms on the front down there, so it's, you know, high travel, that kind of thing. It's got a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go through all that right now. It is bright and early on Saturday morning, and the reason we got the truck hooked to the trailer, and I'm talking about a Jeep, is because something happened here a couple weeks ago where that motor and that Jeep is locked up tight. Yeah. And so my wife is like super big fan of the Jeep. Like, she loves the Jeep, and she drives it back and forth to work. As a matter of fact, she was driving it to work when it happened. I gotta fix it. You know, it's one of the vehicles that her and the boy love, so we gotta fix it. So I am buying a Jeep today that is in West Virginia, which is a state away for me. It's like an hour and a half away, not a big deal. But I've never seen this Jeep. I'm buying it off of the word of, yep, we got it, it's in decent shape, it's got 80,000 miles on it, so I'm gonna go get it. Because either we're gonna put the motor in that Jeep and then take that motor and rebuild it, and who knows what else with this other Jeep. I do know it's a salvage, got a salvage title, it's never been inspected, so I know very little about this thing, but we are going to buy it because the price is right, and I know at the very least I can get the motor out of it. At least I think so. So anyways, we're all going to load up. It's a family trip today because we're here at Mom and Dad's. We're picking Mom and Dad up, and they're going with us. So if you see some other people, you might see the OG wrench bender in the video today, who knows. But we're going to go pick up a Jeep, put it on the brand new flatbed decking that we put on, and man, I really need to do some more stuff to this trailer. Now that I fixed the deck, it makes me really want to fix more stuff and make it nicer. Because, you know, truck looks pretty good, trailer still looks pretty rough, but hey, let's go get a Jeep. All right, so where we picked it up at, I didn't want to film at. It's one of those deals where show somebody else's home, that kind of thing. They weren't probably comfortable with it, so I didn't ask. But guess what's on the trailer? This is what we got. So I'm gonna take you for a walk around it and show you what we think's happening. So to start with, we pulled it up on the trailer with Dad's little winch. If I can remember when we get back to the garage, I'll pull it out and show you when we go put it up. But it's set with the hillside moss covering it for a little while. Everything's pretty straight on it, like the body's in good shape, but man, look at the mold. The seats were not attached, they were in the garage. We got them out. The seats are in pretty good shape. The reason I'm so close to this is I'm standing on the trailer and I don't have much room to back up. That thing keeping the door open's gone. The airbag's deployed on it. Inside of it's got mold growing in places, and half of the stuff that was part of the front end's in the back now all crushed up and destroyed. But the body, like the metal, if you look down in here, like the metal's in good shape. Close this, get around here. It is a high pinion Dana 30, and I've got a strap holding the hood down right now because there's nothing else holding it down. You can't see back in there, but I looked at it earlier. This is 97's got the distributor on it. Doesn't have the electronic ignition with the coils and everything, but the motor's pretty well the same. So we're debating on whether we're going to do anything with this Jeep or just pull the drivetrain stuff out to put in our Jeep. But if you see, these right here is crushed in pretty good there on this side and the other side. It mashed these whole subframe section in. But man, look what kind of shape the frame's in. I mean, it's just like the Jeep is in good shape as far as rust goes. It's really not too bad of a problem. It said all this time with this window down, and this door is a little whopper jawed. You can see right here, you can see directly through the door and the seal. So there's some other stuff going on, bent frame wise. Look at that. So it got hit pretty hard. But these seats are in good shape, so we will probably keep these seats. This one was pretty well all Emmanuel. My dash has got some more options on it, and of course you can see that old dash there. We've got cruise control and stuff on ours. So, but the back seat, even though it was set out all this time, this window down, but the back seat don't look so bad. So let me get down off the trailer here without falling and breaking my neck. Harder to do than it sounds. But yep, there we are on the trailer. Everything's riding great. This is really the first time I've pulled it with the new deck on it with the trailer straight. I pulled a load before, but the trailer wasn't. Me and Dad, if you watch the last video, we straightened the frame up. But yeah, the motor's gonna be good. It's got 80,000 miles on it. So we'll probably pull the motor, transmission, who knows what. I'm not fully decided yet, but we are going to end up with at least one good working Jeep before it's all said and done. That for sure is going to happen. So, last thing is we are here at the Armory in Ironton. So if you guys have never been there before, that's a good place to eat. I'm going to go in here and get me a sandwich, and then we'll get back on the road and get back to the garage. So, see you in. So we're going to try and air that back tire up with a real compressor to see if we can do it. Maybe pull a jack up here and get it up off the trailer. I doubt it's going to hold air, but we're going to try. Outside of that, most commonly if you buy something like this that don't run, the next trick is getting it off the trailer. Now you can coast it off the trailer and have somebody hit the brakes, although there's not really a seat in it. And we've kind of got it to a point where we don't want to coast it into anything over there. Maybe try and put a chalk, something like that. We're going to try and get it rolling and use the tractor to hold it and let it roll on its way. So here we go. We'll see if this works. Alright, so one thing I wanted to do to close this video out is you know, we went and bought this thing and I got paperwork saying it's got 80,000 miles on it. We're going to pull a spark plug out and we're going to bore scope this thing and just see if I got my money's worth on this deal, which I highly suspect I did, but it's one of those deals where you just want to know. And so spark plug looks good, got that toasty marshmallow thing going on, and so I'm gonna see if I can't remember how to record with this thing, that way I can show you guys what I got going on here. And so let me there we go, we're recording, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to send that down the spark plug hole. Check out that cross hatching right there. Let me see if I can't, I'm going to have to bend this some. Right now I'm just looking at the one place in the cylinder wall. I'll try and get that a little bit. Now I'm just looking right at the wall. Okay. I can't hold the screen and maneuver this at the same time. I gotta back this up and try and get you guys a good look at it. There we go. But I'm gonna put a hook in it. I want to see the whole piston if I can. And if this works out well, we will look at the valves in a second. Yeah, top at piston looks great. Cylinder wall's got all kinds of cross hatching in it. I mean, that just looks phenomenal. So let's check out the valves. So let me turn off that. I'm going to change camera views. Hold that. Okay. So now I'm going to record again. There we go. So there, let's see if I can turn it here. Like, once again, I can't hold the screen and turn everything at the same time. Show you guys what I want to. So there's a valve. There's a seat. Man, look at that cross hatching. Let me pull back again and turn around. I mean, the inside of the motor's clean. Got a little bit of, that's probably the ridge right there. Or I don't know, this motor's not ran a long time, so that might just, but yeah. So all in all, I'm really happy with it. So if you like this video, which I know we just went and got a pile of junk and checked out the engine, but there's more to come because we're going to spend a weekend of trying to swap all this and try and do it in a few short days and get the gold one up running again. And that T right there is for cruise control, in case anybody's curious. Just happen to know that. Look down and see it, I get distracted. So if you guys don't mind, give me a like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.